Hi everyone, so the very first thing I'm doing as always is applying an eyeshadow primer. This one is clear, but I've just applied some to the back of my hand and now I'm patting the product over the eye area with my finger, and this will melt the base into the skin. Next then, I'm setting that base in place to make sure my eyeshadows apply smoothly and so that they don't crease up throughout the day. Now I'm taking a felt tip liner pen and I'm lightly mapping out the shape of my winged liner. I'm just drawing the outline because it'll help me with my eyeshadow placement, and I'll fill that in later on. I'm using one of my all-time favourite eyeshadow palettes today, the sleek Eye Divine Ultra Matte V2 palette, and I'm beginning by taking this shade here and I'm using it as my transition shade. It's a couple of shades darker than my skin tone, so it's not very obvious when applied to the crease, but that doesn't matter. It won't be seen in the finished look, but it will help the eyeshadows I apply next to blend out more easily. Now I'm just taking some of that matte white eyeshadow and I'm using a small stiff C-shaped brush to pack this colour all along the under portion of the brow. Once I've gotten the white on there, I'm sweeping the product downwards to blend it in with that transition shade. I'm taking this deep green eyeshadow next on a fluffy blending brush and I'm adding this into the crease. So I'm starting on the outer portion of the eye, just at that wing, and I'm blending inwards from there. Once I've gotten the majority of the green off of my brush, then I'm switching from windshield wiper motions to circular motions to buff and blend that colour out, raising my brush slightly upwards as I go to gradually fade out that green. Then I'm going back in once more with a little more green on my brush again and repeating the process. You want to add and blend the shadow a couple of times because with blending you're losing the intensity of the shade. Now I'm going to add some depth, so I'm picking up some of this black eyeshadow here on a pencil brush. Like the last time, I'm starting on the outer third of the eye right next to the wing and I'm sweeping the colour inwards from there. Once I've laid down that black in the crease, I'm using circular motions to fade it upwards, and take your time with this step in particular. Black is quite hard to work with and it's easy to go overboard with it, so just take a little shadow on your brush at a time and build up that intensity. I'm taking some concealer next and I'm going to cut the crease, so I decided to dot some on the lid and then do that look up thing that everybody, does, down with the kids. But it didn't work, the concealer smeared everywhere, but no harm done. I blended the concealer out into the shape that I wanted, and then the concealer was covering more of the shadow than I would have liked, so I just reapplied some shadow over it and that solved that problem. Cut the crease in whatever way you feel most confident. I know I'll be kicking it old school next time. So I've kept from the crease upwards matte. So now I'm going to add a little sparkle on the lid. So sticking with the greens, I'm going and applying this shimmery forest green from Inglot halfway across the lid. Next then, I'm going in with this lime green from my Urban Decay electric palette called Freak, and I'm adding that next to the Inglot shade, slightly overlapping the two shades to fade them together. Finally then, I'm adding this Pigment from Benefit to the inner third of my lid. I've had this for forever and a day, so I'm not sure if you can still get it, but any light shimmery shade will do. Now I'm taking my liquid liner and I'm filling in that outline. Doing it this way will prevent you from making mistakes with the liner, and also the black will be nice and opaque because the shadows have been applied and there's no chance of fallout dropping down onto the liner. For the lower lash line, I am starting out by sweeping some of that green down along there, and somebody recently asked me, how do you prevent the shadow from going into your eye when blending? Two things: tap off the excess product before you start applying, and secondly, press the shadow onto the area with the use of an angled brush and then softly fade it out with your pencil brush. Now I really want to blur that shadow out, so I'm going in with my blending brush and fading out that edge further. Then I'm adding some depth with my black eyeshadow and I'm just patting this all the way along the lower lash line, bringing it right into that tear duct. Now I'm taking a black eyeliner and I'm beginning by adding this right in between the lashes, and then I'm going to apply it onto the waterline. I want no fleshy tones peeking through. To add some sparkle around the tear duct, I'm applying some of this pigment from Inglot. I'm applying it as it is, no water or setting spray used. And then to finish off the look, I'm adding a set of lashes and then going in with some mascara just to blend my own lashes in with the false ones. But then that's it. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, comment and subscribe for more videos, and I'll chat to you all soon.